As an introvert, let me be the first to tell you that being an introvert and being a leader are not mutually exclusive. For many people, when they think of effective leaders, they think of folks with extroverted characteristics. But where does that leave us introverts? What does it mean for us to be effective leaders who are taken seriously? Get equipped for everything involving personal development and career success for introverts by subscribing to my channel and hitting the bell to be notified every time I post a new video. Of course, introverts are effective leaders. One of the main misconceptions about us, including myself, is that our shyness means that we can't be bold and handle our business when we need to. But that's so far from the truth. Effective leadership is intentionally cultivating within a secure vessel. So if you're an introvert, by the end of this video, you'll understand the strength and the advantage introverts have as effective leaders. So let's start here. Effective doesn't have to be expressive. One of the main characteristics that differentiates introverts and extroverts is expressiveness, right? Drawing attention to ourselves, being seen, being noticed when we walk in a room, etc. But we introverts tend to fly under the radar. Our moments of solitude and being alone allow us ample amount of uninterrupted opportunity to strategize and plan and think about our next step, so that when we do express ourselves and we have the spotlight on us, we can feel confident about how we move and what we're going to say. Also within that is being in public situations, being in meetings and networking events, where our voice isn't always at the forefront. Like, we're there with everybody else, but we're not always the ones who are commanding the room and the attention. But that doesn't mean that we're not still working the room. Our naturally observant disposition allows us to read the room and pay attention to how folks move. That's valuable information when you can gather information about your surroundings and then determine how you move forward. That is one very key thing that makes us as introverts effective. For my fellow introverts, share with me how you can take steps to start pulling out those leadership skills and qualities. Make sure you put it in the comments. The second advantage that we have as introverts in being effective leaders is that we tend to win people over with our quiet and gentle spirit. So because we tend to be more quiet and more observant, and we are being attracting energy and attracting people into our space, as opposed to our extroverted colleagues and friends, it gives off a sense of calm, which makes us more approachable. Unless you out there mean mugging people. I know I got to check myself on that personally. I just wear my heart on my sleeve, so I have to be mindful about what my face gives off. But in general, with us being more quiet, and if you're in a leadership position or you're thinking about being in one, you want to be considered approachable. And for other people who are introverts who may be subordinates to you, it creates a space where people feel comfortable coming to talk to you and get advice from you, where with extroverted people, they may be more intimidated. Another thing is we tend to choose our words carefully. Because we say less, our words tend to be dripping with accuracy and power, because we don't want to draw attention to ourselves and then be embarrassed if we get caught not knowing what we're talking about, or we're not creating the influence and effect that we're trying to. We don't waste the energy, because we don't have the energy just to talk and speak and to draw attention to our words if it's not going to be right. We talk to influence action and results and not to pull our energy. So that's definitely something that makes us effective leaders. And one of the other major advantages that introverts have in being effective leaders is that we listen more than we speak. We don't mind allowing other people to talk and to share with us, because one, it takes a lot of energy for us to do that. And as long as other people aren't hogging the conversation, it's great, share away. But it allows us to be active listeners when we have conversations and moments like that. And because we're introspective, we're processing what folks are saying introspectively, which allows us to respond gracefully based on what is said and also what's unsaid. We're paying attention since we're stepping back a little bit and allowing people to have their moment with us. And like I keep reiterating, that gives us valuable information in terms of making moves when we're paying attention to what is said and what is unsaid. What are they not saying? So that gives us a really great advantage there because we're paying attention, right? More than anything. Us being good listeners allows us to also build quality relationships. And as a leader, you're going to need this. It commands respect and it gives respect when you're sitting back and listening, not interrupting, and not needing to project energy outward, but you're okay with the energy and the space that you create for yourself. It makes you more likable when you're listening to people. And when you collect this valuable information with people, it helps you to understand them again, which helps you to strategize. It helps you to determine how to interact with your staff or your subordinates. It helps you to plan for the future and make bigger decisions because you collected information, because you've just sat back and listened, which is really a golden skill and quality to have in this very noisy and loud landscape that we live within today. Too many of my fellow introverts shrink back in the face of opportunities where they really should be stepping up because they feel like being an introvert is more of a curse than it is a blessing. But I hope this video has provided you with the insight on how being an introvert is a strength, right? That really helps us succeed as today's leaders. And it's something that's necessary more than ever. Speaking of leadership, did you know that being a boss has nothing to do with your title? If you're interested in learning the characteristic of boss behavior, make sure you check out my blog post, How to Be a Boss No Matter Where You Sit. You can find the link below in the description. And as always, continue the conversation with me about this video. I want to hear about you being an introvert and being an effective leader. Join my Facebook group, From Stagnant Job to Ideal Career. You can find that link below in the description. And as always, if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and share it with other introverts who you know maybe be shrinking back a little bit when it's really a time for them to step forward and to learn how much of being an introvert is a great strength to carry them to success. I'll see you in the next video.